Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. So yeah, I did pull the trigger and bought this plane because Aeroplane Heaven has included an option that I'm thinking is very nice, and that's maybe I hope they implement that in all their already released airplanes, because the engine sounds are not always that desired as most people want them to be, and the volume is not loud enough in most of them, or not all of them, to say the least. Now in this plane it comes with not a tablet, but it shows like a little, let me go look around, it has a little tablet where you can put some options on or off. I'm here in Deurne, Antwerp airport. That's very close to my hometown, and I'm going to Malle. The weather is rainy, so thanks to the heat, this is live weather. It's finally cooling down, which we all needed. So look at the exterior. There's many different liveries that you can select from. I must say they're pretty big amounts and very nice, flashy colors: yellow, red, metal, shiny, and also a rust bucket barn find, which is nice. Doesn't have any landing lights, this plane, so don't look for it. Doesn't have it. It doesn't have a transponder. It's a very basic trainer aircraft that was from the 1940s. You have two variants, an A and a B. This is the A one, and the A was like 85 to 90 horsepower or something, which was not enough, and then they changed it to 125 after the war, and then it became kind of a trainer airplane. Okay, let's hop in. Boom. And there's the tablet I was talking about, which you can store here. And here, yeah, little explanation how to start it, the procedure. If you don't want to do all this and just want to start the engines, you can click Ctrl E or do it here. Now the pilot enabled, as you can see, the pilot is there. The Palmer pilot from the the other add-on, and the co-pilot enabled, but that doesn't work because I do have the co-pilot avatar selected in the settings, but it doesn't appear, so that's a bug. That's not working. This is kind of a strange thing. The gauges is kind of wide because there's a glass in front of it, and they included an option to take that away. And then of course it's more readable because it's naked, there's no glass there. Okay, I like choice. So the ones who don't want to have the glass, they can take it away, so yeah, it becomes more readable, but of course it's not good, But of course it's nice they include this, because some sim or world updates or whatever, probably more sim updates, betas and so on, sometimes these kind of things mess up and then they don't work, and then they're shiny and then they can't see it and so on, reflection of the sun. So it's nice they just include it. You can take it away. So let me take it off so you can read it more carefully. And there is the volume switch. I will let you hear about it once the engine is running. Now I don't put it to the max because that's kind of loud, because it's only the engine sounds, like the gears, the flaps and all the other sounds, these stay the same. So if you put it really to the max, it's nice. You have it very loud. I don't know how it is in the real life plane, but I just put it one level before maximum. So you do hear the gears and the flaps, otherwise you won't hear them, or not that well. This is the procedure. So let me get right into it. If you are using VR like I do, this is of course recorded in pancake mode, but recording in VR is kind of difficult. But there's some bug there also. The VR seating positions places you in the middle looking at the cockpit. So you do have to adjust it, with the arrow keys. You can adjust it the way you want it with the Alt key. I will do it. So the Alt, you keep the Alt pressed, and then you can move left and right with the keyboard arrow keys, which I'm doing right now, and also forward and backwards while holding the Alt key, left Alt key. Then you can go left, right, to the front and to the back. So this way you can adjust it. If you don't use the Alt key, then of course it's up, down, left, right. So this way you can really see your VR position correctly. And if you do find the settings, you can also edit them in the camera.cfg within the plane files. You can adjust it there also, because that's the bug. They didn't test it in VR, Aeroplane Heaven. That's a bad point there. Okay, then let's get some golden start. No, I'm not gonna do this is an engine tutorial, which is funny. Then it places post-it notes. And there you have post-it notes. You can click here, and that's the other side also, to add or remove the yoke. Keep them gone now. And normally it shows you more. Where did the other things go to? Tutorial, yeah, it's on. Ah, there we go. And then there's also here the master, and then the power comes on. So this you need, and then the magnetos. So to both. I have it on my honeycomb, left, right, and both. So that's all the tutorial post-it notes that you get. So it's this switch and the magnetos. And then of course here in the middle you have the fuel valve. Default it is on. They like to make it life easy for people. I would put it off. And then here's the fuel gauge, and here is the rudder trim, and the elevator trim is on the back here. That's here, so it is there also, but it's on the back, kind of a weird position. Okay, let's get back to the cockpit. So let's get rid of the post-its, and let's get this thing started. Tutorial. Cold and dark. Do it from scratch. So on. Master on. I was still set on my yoke. Both. And then you don't have, it's a fixed propeller, so there's no throttle propeller pitch thing, and there's this one is the mixture. They say in the manual it has to be like 50% or more, if depending if the engine, the temperature is cold outside. Here are some top engine flaps and bottom engine flaps, so let's open them up because we're stationary. Landing gear is down. Flap levers, yeah, there's a flap, it's up or down. There's no level 1, 2, 3, it's just up or down. Hot air entry, anti-ice, so it does come with some parking brake is on, starter button is right there. So let's get her started. First, and this button also is turn the radio and avionics on, as the avionics. There we go. This is the floodlight. If it's dark, this is kind of a funny thing. Modern, what's it called again? Modern. Let's just put the cubes there so you can see if you're elevation and left and right banking. So, oh, that's funny to have. It's just a nice Easter egg thingy. Sorry, ATC chatter is on. Okay, let's just put the yoke here back. Alright, so let's get it started. So the fuel is on. Master is on my two magnetos, and then we also have the fuel pump that has to be on. Is this one? No, there's no fuel pump sound. That's not good. So pull it out, it's on, and then the starter button. There we go. And after starting, Now you have to push it back in, and the fuel pump goes off again. There we go. So then we have the engine start already done. It shows you here the avionics switch. It's on, tips and tricks. Let's put it back. If you press on top of it, he goes back into that side pocket. Now for the windows, there's two ones. Click spot is on the border, and then this one is here. And the sound is muffled, so that's good. Let me reset the view. So in pancake mode, the seating position is okay, but in VR it's not okay. So they need to fix that. Which you can do yourself, but they should have done this. Alright, so let's get this plane going. ATC. Antwerp grounds, straight out.
Antwerp ground Sierra Papa Alpha Romeo Kilo Yankee request taxi reporting straight out with whiskey.
Link 3, stand 207
Sierra Papa Alpha Romeo Kilo Yankee Antwerp ground airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
I don't know why sometimes he does that. I think this plane doesn't have a transponder, that's why it goes to EFR, I think. So then you have to keep talking, which we're not gonna do. It's too much.
Summer 65 Whiskey Cross, runway 16, hotel,
okay.
1 right turn Foxtrot, Soul Short Link 2.
And this is the handbrake off. Texturing is aeroplane heaven, we get to know, so it's very, very good. Engine sound is okay.
647 taxi Link 2 Foxtrot 1 Echo 1 hold short.
Which I was gonna show you. So that's the loudest. But if you move the flaps, did you hear it? So it's up or down. There's no. So I do it one level.
Taxi Hotel 2.
And then you do hear the flaps and so on. So that's why I keep it one level before maximum. But you can go pretty low. See? And then the engine sound is very quiet. So I just put it one step before maximum, which is the best. Then you can hear the gears and the flaps. So okay, let's put this back. So it's a nice option to have. They should include this in all their planes. Now the lights are here. Pitot heat, that's on it. The other lights are already put on. The strobe lights, nav lights, and instrumental lights. You can see is in the back. Well, I'll keep those off. Maybe, I don't know. I'll keep the gauges back on. Yeah, keep it out then. Just put it back on. If you're on that, then the glass becomes a little bit more. Yeah, let's keep it off. It's and here's a dimmer for the floodlights at night. Flying, it is possible. It lights up a little bit here, and then you can have a dimmer switch, which is nice to have. Green, so gear is down. All right, let's get going.
Ground United 127, range taxi.
United 127, hold position, Air Lingus 320 inbound. Once that traffic has passed you, taxi Bravo 1 Echo 1, hold short runway 3428.
Okay, Bravo 1 Echo 1 will hold short at 3428 after Air Lingus 320.
Okay. I'm gonna fly to Mala, or maybe I just take off from Durnan and come back to show you the plane and don't bore you with a long flight. So this has a, I'm not sure, it has a 85, 95 horsepower engine or the one that got fitted after the war. Because before it should have been a wooden plane, a lot of wooden material was used, and after it's metal. So I'm guessing, because it's all metal now, It's the A variant after the war version and it has a 125 horsepower engine. Whoops. So I don't think we need flaps for takeoff. I read in the manual.
To release point of Foxtrot's approved. QNH 1022.
1022 and push and start for release point Foxtrot approved.
But I always do. So let's get going. Now the ground handling for a tail dragger, it's doable, but it's always tricky. Whoa, doable I say. Look at me going.
Push and start to prove the tug release point November. QNH 1022.
No.
QNH 1022, such as the company 329.
That's not good.
Stand 307, push start point November, channel 626.
Okay. You have to go to full throttle. Then the tail comes alive. And around 55, 65, you should rotate. Voila.
United 127, Monster Tower 118.6, bye-bye.
Monitor 18.6, United 127, you have a great day.
Wheels up. And that without no flaps. And the engine sound inside is okay.
Good afternoon, 5 kilo in over.
So maximum speed is about 120, I think it was. You can push it to 140, but that's pushing it. They don't recommend doing this, going beyond. It is parky proof, as you can see, and so you can do some acrobatics, but it's not built for this, so I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, let's make a U-turn and go land again.
Canada 843, taxi right turn link 3, left onto Foxtrot 2, full short of link 2. Okay, on link 3, Fox 2, short of link 2 there.
Alright.
Canada 8 Papa Foxtrot, you can then taxi Hotel 1, enter runway 16 and hold short of 2.
Wheels down. Which you shouldn't do if you're going more than 100.
We go over Hotel 1 to enter runway 16 to Hotel runway 3.
Landing speed should be around same as a rotation, 65 around there.
Number 56 Kilo Lima, keep up to speed please. Cross runway 16, Bravo 2, Bravo 1, stand 410.
Cross 16, Bravo 2, Bravo 1, Pakistan 410, Lima 56 Kilo Lima.
Flaps down. Oops, this is way too fast.
Channel 56 Kilo Lima, just change it. It'll be Bravo 2 Zulu for stand 410 in case the company wants to taxi you.
Roger, Bravo 2 then Zulu, Shamrock 5.
And you should do it gently, but it is a bouncy plane a little bit. And then hit the brakes a little bit, not too much. It is still a tail dragger. And brake. Voila. There we go.
Lufthansa 8 Papa Foxtrot.
Put the flaps back up.
For departure upon reaching.
So yeah, it's a little fun old plane to fly around, but it's not fast. And there's the VR positioning of the pilot is a it's not correct, it's buggy. And the co-pilot, you don't have a co-pilot, even if it's enabled. So that will bug some people, because I don't like to fly alone. And there's no landing lights, no transponder. So this plane is very basic, very limited, but it's an old plane, of course, from the 1940s originally. So don't expect too much.
Echo 1, hold short runway 34 and runway 28. Monitor tower frequency 118.6 per byte.
Morning, sorry, D6 and on Echo 1, short of runway 34 and...
But the engine sounds are okay. They're not loopy,
162, you can wait for the company
and that the fact you can adjust the volume, which is pretty nice.
Once the company is passed there with the Zulu and then Bravo 1, Echo 1, hold short 2834 and we will SimMarket.
Let's park it up.
162.
Shamrock 66 to taxi, please.
262,
There we go.
626 even, taxi link 2, Foxtrot 1, hold short link 1.
And now we can turn the engine off
Fox 1, hold
by
short,
fuel
link
cut.
1, Shamrock, please.
It is raining now, which is nice, authentic. Alright, there we go. The Swift. Texturing, nice. Sounds could do a little bit better, but it's a nice step forward.
Hotel 1, contact 118.75.
Window here. Window there. The rain is showing correctly. Is it here also? Yeah. Oh, look at the birds. And here also. So yeah, pretty nice plane. Is it worth the 25 euro something?
66 minor tactical issues.
Personally, I think it would have been cheaper because it's very basic.
Yeah, 626, that's fine.
But it's a little fun little airplane. But they do need to fix the VR pilot seating position. And the co-pilot showing is on and so off. No one there except the pilots. Co-pilot on. No one's there except the pilot, so it's a bug. But for the rest, I do like it. That's it. Thanks for watching. And enjoy your cooling down summer days now. But I think more heat is gonna come in. So keep safe and happy flying, and watch you later. Please like and subscribe.